There we go. All right, we're going to do the introduction one final time because this should be the last time we see it until I play this game again sometime in the future. Time to get lulled. Is there such a thing to adjust the volume of MIDI? When I run games on my PC, I find it's loud. There is.
Westwood Studios production of Lands of Lore.
So the way I run it is I have a plugin that I use. It's the Sound Canvas plugin, the Roland Sound Canvas plugin you can get from Roland's website. It's official. It's not a third party, hack together thing. I also use the MT32 plugin for Falcon MIDI player, which is based on the Munt software. Both of those work beautifully, and it also is picked up by MIDI, outboard MIDI from other hardware. So you can use an old PC, use a MIDI cable, plug it into something that has MIDI access, or use a MIDI to USB, and it'll actually detect it as a MIDI device. In which case, it's also... Why am I not hearing... Oh, there it is. We have a problem.
My liege, it is as we feared.
Well, I thought we had a
Scotia
problem.
has uncovered the temple and will have the Nether Mask soon.
We still
We
have a
must be
problem.
ready for her.
Where's the music?
She will come here first.
But Richard, what worry have we here at Gladstone?
Oh, That's
Surely
why.
we can arrange a defense against any charades.
The mask is not a toy.
there we go. Yeah. Anyway, so here, I'll just show you. Since I have to restart this, I'll just show you what I'm looking at. Because this is the easiest way to describe it. So basically what I do is this. We have MIDI player, which is handling MIDI inputs. And in this case, I'm actually using loop MIDI in order to be able to pull the MIDI back in from the game. But if I'm using the Windows 98 PC and it's outboard from that, it just comes in through my Zoom audio interface. But I can control the audio of the MIDI from here and get it exactly where I want it to be. And of course, you can do the in-game stuff too. The beauty of the in-game stuff is this is a game that actually has 3 separate volume controls, which for 1993 is pretty amazing. This should be set now. Let me make sure the volume is right. Introduction one more time. Depends on your setup. It depends on what you want to use. If you're using actual
Virgin
hardware, you should be able to
Interactive
control the
Entertainment
audio there
presents
too.
The Westwood Studios production of Lands of Lore, the Throne of Chaos.
There we go. This is, yeah, probably 256 colors. Looking at it, it appears to be. Because this came out in 93, and that would have been around the time that would have started becoming the common. It's definitely not 16-bit, and I know it's not, it's not 16 color either, for sure.
My liege, it is as we feared. Scotia has uncovered the temple and will have the Nether Mask soon.
We must be ready for her. She will come here first.
But Richard, what worry have we here at Gladstone? Surely we can arrange a defense against any charades.
The mask is not a toy. The time has come, and I have no choice. I must destroy her now.
Here we go. Remember that being revolutionary, by the way. I remember the first time I saw a photograph, and it was in 256 colors, like a photograph on a computer screen, and I'm like, wow. At the time, I still had a CGA monitor. I could only see 4 colors on that thing. It was, or a CGA video card, and it was connected to a monitor that only supported 4 colors. It was awful.
Your Unholiness.
That's awesome, Steel Rose. I'm curious to see what you think of it. How does it sound?
You will not make me wait again. It's a pretty little package. At last.
Oh, you're waiting for him to arrive. Okay.
Richard
Well, when you
and
find
his
out,
puny
like when you get them,
forces
please
have
tell me about
met
them.
their match.
Uh-huh. You wish, lady.
I like this. Yes. This mask
Can I have her
will
spell?
serve me well.
I think you would have a lot of competition in this world.
Beware, King Richard.
Especially financial
You
competition.
Will pay for your lack of vision.
Laugh. Ooh, Colossal Cave is on sale. All right, so that's the intro. This is the last time we should see this intro. And let's see, we'll load 131 saves. I'm impressed that this has gone as smoothly as it has. I was very impressed with how well I managed to play this so far. Okay, so there's Richard's whatever you want to call it.
'Tis a ray of hope.
Oh, wait. I thought I clicked on this stuff and it didn't work.
Maybe that will do something.
We must direct the light.
You know what sucks? Okay, I did not I thought I clicked on those the last time we were playing. I must have been too tired or something to figure that one out. So let me back up a little bit because this is after the fact. I left one of the statues on a ledge. There it is.
There's no way to pick this lock.
Let's see if I can actually do it from
My
here.
liege!
Relax, Paulson. He appears unharmed, but our shroud has been tainted.
What can we do?
We must dispel the dark shroud, and then we can heal Richard.
Okay, so we can actually click on these platforms.
'Tis a ray of hope. Maybe that will do something.
And I'm missing one, I think. Because there's a 4th pole over there.
Perhaps something else will work. Perhaps something else will work.
It will not stay.
Rough going. This will not fit.
Wait. The way he said that made me think that that was the wrong one.
Perhaps something else will work.
I'll leave it there for now.
'Tis a ray of hope.
It will not stay.
Rough going. This will not
70
fit.
bits. Oh boy.
Gregor!
We must direct the light.
That's okay. Must direct the light. Gregor, thank you so much for the 70 bits, man. Thank you so much for that.
It will not stay.
Rough going. This will not fit.
On day 6. Oh, Daz. Day 6 of Lads Allure. So I'm going to guess that I need to put something there that...
Nope. Nothing happened.
What about the head? That's a good point. Try the head.
'Tis a ray of hope.
Strength magics, what good is all Is it all if you can't dodge blows? I'm fast. Quick, go with these lodestones if you plan to plod along. But if you want to win this quest, better pick me, Kieran of Gladstone. I'm doing good, Florin. How are you? Where's the head? Let's give Richard some head. Come on, here it is.
It will not stay.
I had a feeling that would
Go.
work, but I'm glad
This
we
will
tried
not
it.
fit.
Hints yes, they're already allowed. Primarily because I mean, we're at the tail end of this. It's so close.
It will not stay.
Rough
I'm
going.
going. This will
This
not
will
fit.
not fit.
That's what she said.
It will not stay.
Rough going. This will not fit.
Not too shabby, just chilling. Good to hear.
It will not stay.
Rough going. This will not fit.
All right, whatever. So we put these on these 4 little pedestals. Obviously, I need some kind of something that will deflect light around. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually not going to use that load, or that save. I'm going to go back to the last save. The thing I'm going to have to do is actually try one of the statues in the light. Fair enough. So the funny thing is that snake statue actually closes this pit, and I don't understand why, so I'm just going to fall, and we'll run back up. It's not that far. It's kind of tedious, but for the most part, that's wrong. That's really, really wrong. Oh, wait. Castle level 1. We never fit. I thought we went through all of this. Oh, that's right. This is that stupid. Yeah. For future references, better to DM me on Discord. I keep Twitch Wisps turned off so folks can't Twitch. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I have turned all these down, yeah. Damn. How many times? This is kind of unusual. All right, so I did have a map for this. I made one. I actually made a map. Am I getting beat up? Please tell me I'm not getting beat up. I need to go... I need to go south, if I remember right. Yeah, there it is, right there. And then this was actually just a button. Crap. I forget how I got out of here. What did I do to get out of here? Yeah, I did. I actually got graph paper and made a map of this, trying to figure out how to get out of this place. I forgot how I got out of this room once I got in here, and I forgot what I picked up here. You know what? Screw it. I didn't need to go down this hallway anyway. I picked up what I needed, so we'll just go back and drop it and do it all over again. So he has to trawl every map looking for a 4th statue and hopes he never put in an active alcove that sucks items into oblivion. Yeah, I know I didn't do that. That I know I didn't do, because I've only picked up 3 statues so far, plus that one grayish bluish one, the demon looking thing. gargoyle or whatever. Lands of Softlocks. I don't know if I was softlocked. I got out of that once. Alright. Take away my map. Send me to the center. Now we just go south. And then we go this way. And here we go. Now then, we're back up where we needed to be. But we have to be the start of this particular area. Let's see, we got our map back. Okay, so here's the places that I haven't gotten into yet. I still can't figure out how to get into this door. I've unlocked this particular lock, and I assumed that was how that worked. But I don't understand these three switches, so I don't know if maybe these are tied into this. Like they have to be in a certain order, or what. Here's King Richard. This is who we need to save. Everything else, to my knowledge, I've gotten into, except for maybe something in this center area that is yet to be uncovered. Maybe it's tied into this. Maybe this is a teleporter, because there's really not much room there. I don't know. Is there any sound fonts to make MIDI sound like Sega Genesis? I'd say possibly. I want to say, I'm probably wrong, but I seem to remember hearing that the Sega Genesis used the Yamaha chipset, so basically one of the OPL versions. And I like I said, I could be wrong. I can't remember precisely what they used. That's just something that comes to mind. Posted a pic in your... Oh, awesome. I'll have to check that. I'll have to check that out when we get in there. That's going to be awesome. But only the earlier revisions of the hardware. Gotcha. YM2612. Okay, there you go, raising the beam. Nailed it. He's like racing the beam to the rescue. Alright, so we're going to get back to the main portion of the castle, which is pretty much just following this. That's down. Oh, hello. Shnikes. How do we get out of there? Sega Genesis fanboys of today prefer to buy a Sega Genesis with a Yamaha chip. Oh.
Doc, I must say I'm a bit disappointed in you. I woke this morning and there was no birthday pancakes. Did you forget it?
It is your birthday, huh? Well, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, and yesterday it was Chance's birthday, my wife's brother. So yeah, that's awesome. Well, happy birthday. Sorry, I don't know if I knew that. I don't know if you mentioned it before or not. Pie. I don't know if you heard Coffee, but she said happy birthday, Pie. What the frig? Oh, that's it. Okay. Now then, we're back up here. And happy Mystic Day, since it's Cat's Own all day. It's Happy Cat Day every day, you know? I mean, Cregan, how you doing? Well met. Coming close to beating the game? I think so. I'm not sure. Because I don't know how far it is before... Oh, did he die? No. So we just need to keep going east. almost infinitely. Let's go all the way and check that chest down there on the bottom right corner, that southeast corner. So, east. Those things hurt. It is just a small level up, not a round number. Well, there you go. Is chat on stream delayed? A little bit. It's always a little delayed. That one I've opened. Okay. Empty. Okay, hang on just a second here. Let me make sure I got everything I need on some groceries. You know, for once, I think I'm good. Yeah, I think that's it. I really don't need too much. And I'll go ahead and give you this too. Oh, hang on just a second. I'm gonna mute for just a brief moment. Hang on just a quick second. Sorry about that. Let's see. I don't think the stream itself. Yeah. It could be. I mean, so I'm using Mix It Up, right? And Mix It Up's handling chat, at least on-screen chat. And I'm considering switching the on-screen chat to a different system. It's what I found I could use on GOGCOM, and I'm like, hey, I kind of like that system, so I think I might switch to that one and see what the delay is like. It'll reduce some of the load on Mix It Up on this computer and not quite have all that extra baggage that Stream Elements does, because Stream Elements is a little heavy. It likes to do all kinds of stuff that I don't really need. And I've been finding a bloated set of log files on my OBS when I'm using it, so reporting multiple errors, that kind of thing. Okay, I'm pretty sure I already unlocked this, but I'm going to just check all these locks as I come to them. This will at least tell me if it's locked or not.
This is already unlocked.
So that's already unlocked. I know I didn't. I meant to this morning. That was another thing, sorry. Let's see. Where is he going? Just saw your picture on Discord. Are you constructing a new lightsaber? Same as Kilgore, CapChat. He's using CapChat, yeah. And I think I'm going to switch to that. Because that works it works really well, as far as I've been able to tell. And it didn't seem to cause any issues with the stream like Stream Elements would sometimes do. There were times I swear Stream Elements was generating so many errors in the OBS log file it was actually causing problems with the stream. Like causing OBS to overload because it was so busy writing stuff down. CapChat is neat, and it's super simple. It doesn't have a whole lot of weight to it. It just seems to just do its thing and be out of the way. It doesn't seem to have a lot of extra features and functions. Okay. Hey, how's it going, USN Woody? Good to see you. So this is this is the weird hallway area right before that door up there. I guess I should check out each of these switches and see. You also thought of using that or Chatterino. I haven't seen Chatterino. I don't know anything about that one. I was vaguely familiar with CapChat only because I knew what Nightbot was, but... So there's the door that I want to get into and can't.
This is already unlocked.
Ouch. And that door won't open for me yet. That switch is on. Something closed. What closed? Oh, that door closed.
I am making many new friends in
Julian,
Britannia.
thank you for that follow. I appreciate that. So that door closes when you push that button. And then there is another switch right next to the door I can't get into. Oh! 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 Wait, I know I clicked... Okay, whatever. So, save. Sometimes you just gotta go through and double check everything. There's a switch in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Where the hell did I go? Aha! See? Check it out. I was right. There is a little... I had a feeling it was going to be a teleporter. You probably clicked it before, unlocked with the key. Aha. Okay, that makes sense. That's weird. If I look to the left, I can see like there's a hallway here, but if I look this way, there's a door and a wall there. That doesn't make any sense. Graphical glitch, I guess? That's probably it, Mazeppa. I never did do that after the fact. Well, good. Either way, I'm glad we finally got through it. He's just been hanging out in here for years. It's like I can't open the door. I don't have any hands. Nothing there. So is there going to be like another statue or a gem or something that goes on that pedestal? That's my question. What do we have? Are you kidding me? There's another level upstairs? Jeez. Oh my god. Okay. Was this game before or after Anvil of Dawn? Because this place is very reminiscent of Anvil in both graphical and sound design. Wasn't I can't remember if Anvil of Dawn wasn't Westwood, was it? This came out around the same time. This was 1993. I think Anvil of Dawn was 95, 94, 95, maybe 95. My God. We haven't been up here yet. All new area. Good Lord. I didn't realize there was a third floor. Here I thought I was almost done.
You will not cheat me again.
Ooh, we get to fight Scotia now? And I never cheated her in the first place. She cheated everybody else. How dare you be accusatory like that? Ooh, there's a lock to pick.
There's no way to pick this lock. The key doesn't fit.
I know this isn't
The
it.
key doesn't fit.
She will be a pushover like the... I don't know. I mean, maybe.
The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit.
It's not a key.
The key doesn't fit.
It's not a key. Oh, wait. Is that a button? That looks like a button. Uh-huh. Okay, so there's another lock over here.
There's no way to pick this lock.
You remember playing Lands of Lore before Anvil. Ah, okay. I never played this. This is my first time playing through it. I've been really impressed making so much progress the way I did. Guess I'm going to have to unlock those two keys before I can get through that door. Which means I've got to figure out where it is. There's a secret passage right there on my right. Is it a one-way? No, it's two-way. Ooh, a chest.
Incoming ads for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
Arbalest Eternity. Just what I needed. Another weapon. There we go. Bastion plate mail. Well, he needs armor. Finally, I can give him armor back after the Acidate his armor. Wow. What are we going to do with all that money? Oops. Typo. There's a pit. And a button. Oh, crap! Oh, crap! Where did I land? Here. How did I end up here? I'm not anywhere. I'm like in between worlds.
It's crap, son.
I'm literally in between worlds. So if I go down, or up, I guess, north, it'll put me into that hallway?
He's dead, Jim.
Well, that's weird. And it doesn't even map it for you. It just leaves it unmapped. Well, I clearly can't run around naked, so I'm going to go ahead and reload. Pardon me. Okay. Well, I know what's going to happen when I open that door, so that means I need to run like the dickens. There it is. Okay. So, let's just... I'm going to overwrite this. No, kill it. Kill it with fire! Wait, what's behind us? Oh, okay. That didn't work. Do what? Oh. Okay, ads are about to kick in.
For you non-subscribers, use your Twitch Prime now.
I'm going to give it just a few minutes, let these ads roll through. I got to take care of something very quickly, and then we're going to be back into the game. I don't want anybody to miss what's coming up next because, well, I don't want to miss what's coming up next. Give me just a few minutes. We'll be right back with some ads. In the meantime, enjoy some rock music while you're at it.
Have the acid burn my...
I'll be back in a jiffy.
And this still doesn't work. I don't know why.
Squeaky wheel gets the kick.
That's it, mister. You just lost your brain privileges.
Squeaky wheel gets the kick.
All right. So it works going the own way. It doesn't work the other way. Sorry about that. I had to take care of something for coffee. Shouldn't have any more interruptions for a little while anyway. Okay. So how was everybody's week? Hope you guys had a good week. I've had a pretty good week. Could have been a lot better. Had an interesting event happen on Wednesday morning, or Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday about 12:40. I remember the times I was actually eating lunch. I'm taking my lunch break for work. And usually on my lunch break, I'll clean up the kitchen a little bit and make something to eat. And I'll sit down and, I don't know, chat on Discord, look on the internet, do that kind of thing. And then all of a sudden, I hear boom, boom, boom. And each time the boom went off, the power would shut down and then come right back. Well, when the first boom hit, I'm like, oh shit, when I saw the power go out, I'm like, I do not want a power surge tearing up my computers. So I just reached over and snatched the cords out of the wall. And let's see, where's my cursor? There it is. Snatched the cursor or the cord out of the wall because I did not want. Why is it I'm not hearing the music? Am I missing something? Can I hear? Wait a minute. Why am I not hearing the music? Is there just no music here? No, the music is playing. What the hell is going on? Where did the music go? Oh, there it is. Ah, now it's working. Yeah, I was getting worried there for a minute. I'm like, what's going on? I'm always having trouble. So anyway, of course, when the power went out, of course, it kicked off the router, which means I didn't have internet. Well, I didn't think anything of it. I didn't really know what caused the explosion, so I said to myself, well, I guess it's time to go back to work. I went to go log in, and no internet. So I gave it, I went and rebooted the router, gave it 10 minutes, tried to log back in, still had no internet. Looked on the router, and it's saying there was no signal at all. Like, it just wasn't picking up any signals. So, of course, I messaged my boss. I'm like, I don't know what happened to my internet, but it's gone. We had a power thing, and then now we have no internet. And immediately I get this text message from the ISP saying, hey, we've detected an outage in your area. And they gave us this arbitrary ETA of like 1:40 in the afternoon. I'm like, okay, so 45 minutes. So I messaged my boss again. I'm like, well, they said it's going to be back up at like 1:40 or so, I'll try again then. Nothing happened. 2 o'clock rolls around, and I message him. I'm like, I still don't have internet, and I just checked, and now the ETA is 3:25. I said, I'm just going to take the rest of the day off because obviously I'm not going to get any work done. I work from home. I don't have any other way to get to the building. The building we had here in the area was closed about a year and a half ago, and the nearest place is 5-hour drive away. And I'm not driving 5 hours to work for 2 hours and then come home. Nope, not going to happen. Of course, I'd be there before, or my shift would be over anyway before I even got there. So, when I got off that, I just went and called the ISP. I'm like, hey, here's what's going on. We don't have any internet, and it's still out. They said, yeah, we've got an outage. Well, about 5 o'clock, they sent another message saying, is your service back? It should be back up and running. And we're like, nope, we got nothing. No internet. Still says there's no signal on the router, telling me that the connection is just not there. So I call them again, and they said, well, it should be back up, but there is an issue that is still being detected. There's no activity in your area. Let me check to see where exactly you are on Google Maps compared to the trouble area that we've got listed. And he went, yeah, you're right in the middle of that area. Turns out that each explosion was a transformer blowing up on the pole outside of our house. One directly out in our front yard, the one next to it, and then the one on the other side of that neighbor. So 3 of them back to back. That was all 3 of them. It sounded, the sound of it was really cool. If you remember the opening to Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park, that low chord that you hear, that it sounded just like that. You could kind of feel it in your gut. So apparently the transformers exploding damaged the lines for the provider, for the internet provider, because they're on the same pole. And they're not that far apart, maybe that much apart on the pole. And the power company had come out on Wednesday afternoon to try and resolve the issue. I don't know why they left without really resolving it. We had power, so I just assumed they fixed it. However, yesterday morning at about 8 o'clock, we start hearing a really loud, low rumble. This went on for about 7 hours, and it was actually a tree crew who had come out, allegedly at the behest of the power company, and they were cutting the branches down on the trees, on the street side of the trees of our yard, that were hanging out over those lines. So I'm assuming, based on what the power company did and what they were doing, is that they assumed that the lines were compromised somehow by the trees, caused the transformers to blow, and after they were done with cutting the branches down and everything, then the power company brought 3 more bucket trucks out here and did all the work on the lines, and we've been back since. I thankfully got internet back around 7 o'clock. Yay business line. Boo, it's expensive, but yay business line, because they don't waste time with those. If it was residential, I'd probably still be without internet. Do they know why they exploded a surge? I'm assuming, just based on the fact that they called a tree crew out here to do all that work for 7 hours, I'm assuming that it had something to do with the lines being compromised by those branches. Since we live in the southeast, I'll show you what, I mean, this is the other side of the house, but I'll show you an example of what the trees look like here on our street. About time you put your power cables below ground rather than hanging on wooden poles. We can't. They do very little underground here because we're at sea level. And it's pretty rough, so they'll do it, but they tend not to. They try to avoid it. In fact, when they came and laid the fiber optic cable, they did lay that underground, but they can't hang those on lines. All your ISP lines and power cables are almost underground. When I lived in northern Georgia, yeah, they were all underground. They would just press them underground and it was fine. But here, no, they can't do that. Yeah, well, they can. They just try not to. The maintenance for it's too much. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? I had this beautiful picture I took. Here it is. So I'm going to show you a picture. I'm going to bring it up on the display capture here. This is an example of trees in our backyard, and they're not too much different than our front yard. So lots of moss, Spanish moss, all kinds of crap all over them. And, I mean, it looks cool. It's picturesque. It looks like something out of, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, or, something like that. But, yeah. Welcome to the Southeast. Welcome to the South. This is pretty typical. Big Mac, how you doing? How are you doing? Welcome in. Isn't that a fire hazard? Like tons of moss? I don't know. I mean, I'd assume so, but they did cut them down. I mean, they try not to let lines get covered up by trees and things like that, but it grows so quickly, they'd be out here every 6 months, unless they got real aggressive. And they got real aggressive yesterday, and they cut down so much crap. Like, I kid you not, 7 hours. Poor Mystic was going absolutely bonkers with the sound he was dealing with. I'm not sure if I should mess with this guy yet. I know I can defeat him, but I think I'm just going to have to stand my ground and throw crap at him. How about we do that? Let's see. I have a rock, right? Please tell me I have a rock. Son of a bitch, I don't have a rock. Well, that's all right. I'll throw this sledge. We'll do that. As long as the acid doesn't burn my armor. Are you dead yet, dude? Come on, die already. Damn. I mean, this doesn't seem too critical. Oh, there we go. Okay, now then, do I have my stuff? Yes. Let's see. Halberd Widow. I think that was actually his. Oh, wait, no. I think I gave that to him. And gave that to him. Freeze him. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I should probably learn to use these spells more effectively. Let's do 135. And then we'll do a rest. Like, those explosions could result in a fire. I would assume so. I mean, I really would. I mean, granted, it's all pretty wet. We've gotten a lot of rain lately, so it's not like it's really dry, thankfully. But I'd assume the risk is high? I don't know. Randomly lobbing stuff. That even works too, yeah. Well, I figured that out after that first guy in the mines. That was a brutal fight. Alright, we'll just keep going to the right. I see the little cannon thing there. The question is... Uh-huh. I knew you were going to do that, you son of a bitch. And I'm normally going to the right anyway, so I'll just keep going this way. There's another one I'm going to get pummeled with here. No way to turn those off. Not there. Oh, I am on the top floor. I didn't even know there was a top floor. I thought I was on it. Damn it. Oh, well. Gotta go north. Ah, yes. Castle level 3. That's the top floor. I didn't know there was one. Scotia's already said something to me. Granted, I didn't see her, but she communicated with me when I got up here. She tried to threaten me. Let's see. Don't see any buttons. I'm looking for buttons, hoping for something. Ah, a door. Okay. Oh, have we worked out the statue puzzle? Well, I've thrown some statues onto the pedestals. I thought I tried that last week. Apparently I did not. So I put 3 of the statues down, and then I figured out how to get into the door I couldn't open last week. And I'm now on the 3rd floor of the castle, presumably looking for one other item that's supposed to direct the light, I guess? I don't know. I mean, I kind of vaguely know what I'm trying to do. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm looking for. Also, there is a funny puzzle here. I'm really intrigued if you can figure it out. I bet I can. So far, I haven't run into a puzzle in this game I haven't been able to sort out. I've taken very few hints, and most of those have been fairly well shrouded, like not exact immediate answers to stuff. So honestly, I'm very happy with the way I played this game, and that really tells you this game is not necessarily easy, but it's not really that hard either. If you pay attention, they give you a lot of what the hell is that? They give you a lot of clues, and they direct you pretty well. For science, I'm going to test this. We need to vote to see if he can figure it out. There you go! I knew that was going to happen. I just figured I'd try it. Yeah, if somebody wants to do, if RA's around, or if Pie's feeling up to it, to do a prediction, good floor. It is not affected by acid. The acid burned my armor. Did it burn anybody's armor? Do I need to worry? Doesn't look like it. I'm missing one ring. Oh, shit. Really? Let's see, does freeze work? Oh my god, that was awesome. Oh, that was awesome. I've never done that before. Mist of Doom or whatever. Actually just throws Spark 4 times at Toads? Really? That works, okay. That freeze was freaking badass. I'm gonna remember that sucker. Alright, we're gonna do that. Oh my god, that was awesome. Level 4 freeze turned him into a giant ice cube. One smack, just a big slap, and he was down. Freeze 4 actually creates a wall that enemies can't cross until it melts. Oh, that's even better. So you can actually
Halazin just gifted a tier 1. You were amazing.
Pie, it's your birthday, man. Thank you so much for gifting those 3 subs to the community. Dark Mex, Retro Slow Lane, Winter Slice, enjoy your ad-free experience and your emotes. All on Pie. Thank you so much for that, dude. Thank you. Be sure to thank Pie for that. I feel like I might be coming back into an area I've already been because I'm kind of making a U-turn. I am sort of, but not quite. Okay.
There's no way to pick this lock. The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit.
Well, screw you. I don't know how to get it. There's no way to pick that lock, which is interesting because I don't think I've come across a chest that I couldn't pick. Maybe one. Well, shit. Hey, how's it going on off day? Welcome in. Oh, there's a switch to my left. And a switch to my right. Oh, that's an interesting little trap. A crap trap. How you doing on off day? I always want to click on these because it looks like maybe they're supposed to do something, but they don't. They don't do anything so far as I've seen. Doing well. Good to hear that. It's Friday, and it's awesome. Friday is always awesome. There's a key there. I wonder if this opens that chest I couldn't get into earlier. It's a skeleton key. How nice. Let's go back to that chest. Where is it on the map? Where do I need to go? Up and to the left.
The key doesn't fit.
Okay, the key doesn't fit. That's where the key came from. You've been playing Vaporum? Have you tried that one? No, I haven't, but I've seen it. It's one that's on my wish list to try. Looks like Freeze 4 is the only one that does it. I have to have Freeze 4 available. Oops. But that's okay, we got that. He only dropped our weapons. You played the first Vaporum, it's decent. Let's see, we're going to save 138. And I'm going to make sure that I have Freeze 4 available for those fights. So I won't use any mana on Conrad. You're enjoying it? The setting is cool for a dungeon crawler? I want to do more. That's the whole point of this. Hey, Ari, how you doing? Do you want to... Ari, you feeling like doing a prediction? If I can get past this really tricky puzzle that is supposedly coming up real soon? Will I succeed? Will I fail? Yeah, I want to do a lot more dungeon crawlers. We're going to do something different after this one, and I'm assuming we're really close to finishing. I've got it installed, but I haven't even launched it yet. It was a very last-minute decision that I honestly couldn't decide. Okay, what's the point of that? Literally that. Okay. Let's see. Any turn-based strategies on the horizon? Yes, indeed. I do want to do Civ 2, Civ 3. Excuse me. I've considered trying one of the Heroes of Might and Magic because that seems really popular. So the options would be... can I solve without hints? Can I solve the puzzle without hints? Let's see. So that room... what is the point of this freaking switch, then? Will he... Or will he... There you go. That's a better one. That's a better way to look at it. Yeah, on this level. Should be coming up any time now, apparently. Just a matter of stumbling on it. You mean solve the next puzzle or the entire game? Next puzzle. There's like one little puzzle apparently on this level that's supposed to be pretty tricky. Uh-huh. Game's an asshole. There is a wall here that can be opened, but the question is how? I bet you that's the puzzle he's talking about. How to manipulate these walls that kind of indicate I can go places and then suddenly disappear. is the other side of the spike trap. We were facing a direction we've already... No, we're not. That's a different place. There's a switch behind me, though. Boom. Oh, yeah. I love the way that one works. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's a nasty frog. He is, and he boom shakalaka. How's it going, Chalnow? Good to see you. I've got something you might find entertaining if I can finish this one in time. I feel like I've not actually... I wasn't actually as close to the end as I thought I was. I mean, I know I'm close to the end. Be sure to... the prediction is live, so look above the chat. You should see it there. Can Bito solve the next puzzle without hints? We'll see. I don't know. Maybe? Let's see, put that there, and then we're going to save it. Predict away. Use additional channel points if you want. Use all your channel points. Use some of your channel points. Laugh when I fail. And you win. Really? You're gonna do that kind of crap to me? Just a random spinner out of nowhere. I'll pay out the third option if the stream crashes and Bito can't get back on. Oh my god. Hopefully that doesn't happen. That would kind of suck. Let's see, where are we? There. Okay. I'm sure I will call upon Gregor to finish it. The Gregor option is a real option. There's a spike pit. So south we go. We should have a time limit, though. For the record, I have no idea what puzzle you're referring to, so you'll have to tell me when to pay out. I'm assuming I'll know it when I come to it. The way Gregor talked, it's pretty tricky. So either I get really lucky, like I did with Full Throttle, and figuring out what to kick in that one scene and getting it right off the bat, or I end up struggling and scratching my head and bitching and moaning like a child. Told to wake up early in the morning, you know? I don't know. So we're back to an area we've already been. Aha. Well, now that just plain sucks. Has nobody lost their armor, right? We all have our armor. Okay. What was Conrad's mage skill? 6? Still weaker than Bakata's fighting. Interesting. I'm sure I'll give up eventually if he's completely out. Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, we'll save it here. I've already burned my armor once and lost it, and didn't realize that's what happened, because I think chat was trolling me at the time, and I completely missed it. I'm guessing there's a switch down there or something that I can use to turn that shit off, because that's going to annoy the hell out of me. Let's go behind first. Carrier pigeons again. Well, I have to admit, I don't see anything going on my internet. Oh, there it goes. I mean, I assume there's a possibility.
Now the acid burned my armor.
Yeah, see, I think somebody was doing that, Master Gregor, and I must have just assumed it was the chat and not the actual game. So I just let it go. But then I get, like, I don't know, 20 minutes later, and Bakata's missing armor. I'm like, holy shit, he's running around naked. Who wants to see a naked lemon? Option 3 is looking good. It's entirely a possibility. There is a chance that the power company or the cable company could say, hey, we're still working on this issue that happened Wednesday, and come out and just literally cut my power off. They did it yesterday at about 30 minutes before the end of my shift. I'm sitting here, like, waiting for a meeting, and all of a sudden, bam, power goes out. I'm like, okay. It's like, you guys suck. Okay, so there's a pit behind me. Wait, am I going... Ouch. Nothing there. Forewarned is forearmed, so if you do vanish, we know. Well, for Bakata, it's more like forewarned is forearmed. I honestly don't understand how a game designer could think to themselves to add such a mechanic. It's kind of annoying. I mean, it's one where as long as you're paying attention, you realize it happened, you just simply reload, but it is a very annoying mechanic, to say the least. And it is one that I will just load a save game from, because I don't see the point in it. It's a nuisance. I say it's a nuisance. It was the 90s where they put level drain on... Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. And then, of course, you got to think like EverQuest, for example. Back in the day, you would die and lose experience. And until you got to the 30s, you know, level 30 and up, and new level 30 and up clerics, you could not get your experience back when you died. And even then, you only got a small percentage initially. And that percentage would increase as the levels increased for the cleric, and they got new versions of the resurrection spell. It was tedious. Tedious times. They like doing that crap to people. Let's see.
Awesome.
Holy crap!
Boozle _ Let's all give them a warm welcome.
Aboozle! How are you doing? Welcome in, Raiders. Good to see you. Welcome to Lands of Lore. Another Patrick Stewart vehicle. Oh, there's a button there. Uh-huh. How the hell is that supposed to work? Oh, I see.
Master Gregor just gifted a tier 1. You were amazing.
Thank you very much, Master Gregor. And thank you very much, Avoozle, for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Mac, good to see you again there. Master Gregor, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Avoozle. Avoozle, enjoy your 30 days ad-free experience there. And also the cool emotes. You got raid all over the channel. Dude, you just stunk the place up. No, at least we won't have any roaches. Opened up a fresh bag of coffee beans this morning, and God, that coffee's good. Don't you love it when you open up a fresh thing of coffee, whether you get it pre-ground or otherwise? It always tastes so much better. Okay, so here's the thing. We've got that open. Now we need to figure out how to close that pit. You were playing Blade of Darkness, and you just beat it! Yeah, put some coins into that prediction. Avoozle, take a look. Raiders, anybody who's in the channel, if you've got channel points, use them. Vote. Predict what's going to happen next. There's a tough puzzle coming up. And apparently, there's a challenge for me as to whether or not I can defeat it. Without hints. Predict away. There's a switch there. So where's the other switch? There's something that turns off that pit. Or that pit is an illusion. For science, we will see. Yeah, I figured that was going to be the case. Does it drop me somewhere I've never been before on the other level? Indeed, it did not. It put me there. Okay. Okay, so don't go there. I think I need to go north. I seem to be having some sound glitches. I've got 2 new keys. Let's check this out. One of these keys might work here.
The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit.
That key does not fit.
The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit.
So that is not the key. Neither of those are the keys for that door. Have I played? I haven't played Anvil of Dawn yet. It is one that I'm interested in playing. I kind of watched a little bit of Kilgore playing it on GOG over the past, well, for a while anyway, because he's been playing it for quite a few Fridays. But I don't get to really watch much on Fridays because on Friday nights we have a little family night. We watch a movie or TV or something like that, have some pizza. And then, of course, we do our Friday night stream on my wife's channel. So what I have seen, though, looks really cool. Like, it looks like a good game. Now, that was painful.
The latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian
It's
Moriarty.
locked.
Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning high-resolution, 3D landscapes, sophisticated score and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects. Elegant point, in click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
If you haven't already, I recommend you watch the new Mario movie. It's actually not bad. I've heard really good things about that. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. Beat the rush. Make that kata dance. Go, go, gadget kata. Let's see, what are we doing? This way? We need to go... Oh, wait. The hell is on that shelf? Damn, that was close.
Squeaky wheel,
Get slick, kick. It can't beat the original Mario movie. Yeah, it can. Yeah, it can. Yeah, it really can. Screw it. We're gonna save. We picked up another key. I don't know what it belongs to, but it looks like... Oh shit, this is 141. Ah! Woo! Super Hornio Brothers. No, not that one. That was a cult classic. It's a something. I hope they brought lots of spaghetti. Okay, so we found another key. Go ahead and overwrite that 140. I am save scumming my ass off. I know it. You watched the new D&D movie and liked it, which was a surprise. I want to see it now. People keep talking about it, and it sounds like it's actually really good. I'm going to go south. And I'm going to come back to that door because I might have one more. Is Stream dead? No. No, Stream's here. Ari, are you there? Can you hear me? I haven't had that much issues with my internet. Now, I know that Twitch apparently was acting a little weird last night. Right around the time my stream ended on GOG, it acted up. Not mine. I mean, I had my own issues, but apparently there was something else going on. Playos had trouble getting his stream started, I think, the first time. Oh, we've been that way. It's better today. Gotcha. So that button looks like it's already been pressed. Oh. And there's another button there. Oh. Son of a... Froze completely for you. You had to refresh. Gotcha.
The acid burned my armor.
Oh, shit. See? Put me in between worlds again. I hate it when it does that crap. So now we've got to go back down. We got to go south. Heck, I just likes being naked. Conrad's really a streaker. I think that's... I'm trying to uncover everything. Shame you can't add notes on this map. I know, that's one thing I miss. They did it with Ultima Underworld, and that came out around the same time. They could have done it with this. They chose not to. Whatever reasons. Maybe it was a limitation in the game engine? I don't know. But it doesn't have it. Teach me to look before go. Uh-huh. So it looks like I probably should have done something differently. Okay, that works. I don't care about the Arbalest anyway. It doesn't matter to me. And Gregor, if I've come to the puzzle and just managed to walk through it like it was nothing, please tell me. Because I have no idea what I'm looking for in this puzzle. I need to know if I have fulfilled whatever requirements for the prediction. There's a door there. Where are we? Oh, wow. Okay, so we're actually kind of boxing ourselves in here. Either it's going to open up into another area that's attached to an area we've already visited. What the hell is that?
The sum must be correct.
The sum must be correct. The sum must be correct. The question is, the sum of what must be correct? This is the puzzle. Now I really need to see if you can figure it out. Well, stage 1, write the damn thing down. Okay, this is the puzzle. Apparently this is it. You can still predict. If you think I can figure this out without any hints, predict that way. Otherwise, if you think I'm going to be a loser and ask for hints, in fact, we'll even turn the hints off.
I'll be back in a jiffy!
Or if I'm going to double tap my buttons on my Stream Deck and cause that to happen, like I keep doing lately. I don't know what the hell's going on with my fingers, but anyway. You'll give me 20 minutes. If you haven't figured it out by then, I'll give you a hint. No, not yet. Not even in 20 minutes. If I scream Uncle, I'm screaming Uncle Gregor. And I will pay out at that point for the prediction. Let me save it. Okay. The sum of square roots of any two sides of a right triangle is equal to the square root of the remaining side, if you say so. I know there's a button there, but I'm looking for other buttons first. We save scummed already. Aha. This must be the other statue I'm looking for, because it matches the same color. Let's see. So picking that up actually closed that door. It's not even correct. I mean, I don't know. I'll just go with that being on is supposed to be the way it is. Oops. All I know is it's hip to be square. Good tune. Okay, let's take a look at the map. According to this, I am blocked in, and that means that I could potentially be soft-locked if I'm missing an item that's to release me from this tomb that I have put myself into. Or there is an item I need to put in that alcove, one of the two. Okay. That didn't change anything on the map. Okay, for shits and grins, let's see. We'll go... That didn't do anything. Let's see. Yes, Mystic. You want up here? Come on. Mystic has been all about getting back up on my desk lately. Come on, buddy. You can do it. There you go. No, you can't walk over here. I know. Yeah. He says, well, I don't want to be up here if you're not going to let me be over there. Back in 10, you forgot you need to bring some plants in tonight? Oh, yes. It's already getting cold. Enjoy the chill weather. Okay, so let's see. What can we throw up here? I tried putting... That's not it. I have no idea what that little gray statue, or bluish gray statue is for. I haven't the slightest clue. You already have full magic. Oh, okay. Hey, well, that's handy. The blue-gray statuette is only used in the Catwalk Caverns. It's either extra or a puzzle you missed. Okay. I was thinking that somebody said that it was meant for something else earlier, and same with the diamond. But that's the thing about these games, you know, you get through them and you really don't know what to keep. You can make good guesses. It's kind of like taking good notes in class. Or you're like Gregor and you tell me 3 times and I just didn't hear it. Don't look at me, man. Ah, crap. Ads coming. All right. What? Diamond is used in level 1 of Castle of Samaria. Way back. Yeah, okay. Damn. He'll still keep it, though, just in case. I mean, at this point, I should just dump it. But, yeah, I mean, I've got inventory space, so I probably will hang on to it. Diamond works great as a rock substitute. Oh, thank you very much, Phalanges. That's actually a good point. Since I don't necessarily need it if I manage to lose it. You beat the other game, right? Which other game, Abstractism? So, Gregor, is this part of the puzzle you were referring to about me being a little tricky? Oh, this was another... Nope, this is the end of the first one. Haven't quite got to that yet. We will, though. If you ever fall back down to the dungeon and make your way back up, you'll have the opportunity to use it. Oh, geez. I hope I don't fall back down and have to go back up again. Hey, Heart of Mithril, good to see you. I'm getting flummoxed. Maybe. We got ads kicking in here in a second. I'm going to take a very brief break in that time. Also going to see if I can figure out what's going on with my Be Right Back scene. Oh, that's why. I'm not sure why that worked, but or why that got changed, but whatever. There we go. So that should sort that out. Okay. And Gregor. Well, no, I'm not going to ask. Never mind. Not going to ask, not going to ask. I was about to ask her something that would be coming off as a hint, and I don't want to give it up yet.
Time to fumigate.
Determination. Hey, I mean, you know, I'm going to get this. So I managed to switch, or flip this switch here, which was good enough. I don't know what the hell it does, but it did something. I'm going to guess that whatever is here, maybe it's got to do something with this. I guess we could try casting some spells. Too close to cast. You have another 15 minutes because I need to take a shower. Be right back. Well, we got ads kicking in. So I'm going to let these ads roll through. Bear with me for just a minute. I'm going to take a quick stretch break, bio break, the whole thing. And then we'll be right back and figuring this out. See you in just a few.
I'll be back in a jiffy.
Squeaky wheel gets stucky.
Number 9, Lord. Number 6, extra death. And number 7, number 45, one with Lord, so. Oh, fuck!
Hot liquor in your area. I don't want love. I just want sex. See my or. Click here.
And I'd like a glass of cold gravy and hair.
Look, size of those mountains.
Squeaky wheel gets stucky.
Mystic's a punk. He really is. I came out of the bedroom and he pulled my my Sharpie off my desk and he's down there chewing on it. All right. Get shaved. Oh, it's shaved. All right. Yeah, I even shaved for the GodCom stream, just won't say where. Oh, wait, I need to bring the music back. Okay, anyway, so we've got to figure this out. I can't let Gregor beat me on this one. I just can't. Maybe. No. Let's try something a little wacky. No. So only the big buttons in the center are the ones that'll work on. Goofy cat, I mean, he is a goof. He is an absolute goof. It made a huge difference in your speed times for the GOG. Oh, wait. What's that? See, hearing that noise makes me think it's opening something, because this switch, I click on it, something opens, and you hear it. I'm going to lower the audio. There we go. But what's opening? And then this switch, you hear nothing. Okay, so let's try it this way. Is it opening up a secret door that's not showing up on the map? What if both of them are unselected? We'll go this way. Shaving, yeah, it did. Like a swimmer, an Olympic swimmer. I don't think, you don't think you can watch the stream, you have to refresh every 20 seconds? Really? Or it freezes, tried rebooting and restarting the modem. Wow, so it sounds like you might be having some network connection issues then. Maybe the ISP, or maybe something's going on between the US and Australia. It's them crazy cats. I'm sorry, Ari. I hope it gets sorted out. I don't want you to... I mean, if you're stuck at home not feeling well, you know, or whatever. Yeah, it might be. Here, Ari, use my tablet. There you go. That's a good community. Coming together. Saving the stream. Well, shit. Tricky puzzle. So this gives me a statue. Is it wanting a sacrifice of some kind? Perhaps I sacrifice a weapon? No? You had iNet issues yesterday. Sonneveld had issues, serious issues with his bots and services. Ooh. What sucks is your husband works for iNet and has no idea what's happening. Oh, man. I think that's partly why my internet got sorted out so quick on Wednesday.
QBIX79, thank you for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 30 months.
Holy shit.
You were legendary.
Cubix, thank you so much. It's so good to see you. I was so happy to see you yesterday when you popped into GodCon. Thank you so much for that, and thank you for the 30 freaking months. Welcome into what apparently is the conclusion of Lands of Lore, but I seem to be stuck in a hallway. I can't be certain I'm not soft-locked. No one has told me such. I mean, if I am soft-locked, that is not a hint. That's just telling me I'm wasting my time. In which case, I lose anyway. So... Cubix, it's always so good to see you. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Is soft-locked... Exactly! If I'm soft-locked, I'm still at a loss. I didn't ask. Well, I didn't ask, but that's why I'm saying it now. If I am indeed soft-locked, if there is no way for me to get out of this room with what I have, by all means, let me know. I will then pay out as a... Ooh. There it is. Bam. No need. I win. Suck it, Gregor. That's the solution. Choose outcome. That was the puzzle. For those who had faith, I salute you. Congratulations. 1,626 points goes out to Phalanges and 3 others. I'm not finished yet. What? No, come on now. You're kidding me, right? You're kidding me, right? He said that was part of it. Oh, geez. Okay, hang on just a second. Coffee is back, and I need to help her grab groceries out of the car. Give me just a couple minutes here. I'll be right back. I'm just going to leave it here on the screen and mute. Give me a minute. Yeehaw! Slap my sister and call me Billy Bob.
I'll be back in a jiffy.
Look at the size of those knockers.
Oh, behave. Yeah.
Baines, what the fuck?
What the hell just happened?
Dynamics operating system.
I'm bald as fuck.
All right, sorry about that.
Bitterman, no!
Bitterman, no! Coffee bought so many groceries. I don't think the grocery store has anything left. So, don't tell him the statues are missing, folks, when he gets back. What? Hey, I know the statues are missing. That is what unlocked the door. All right, so here's the thing. If that wasn't the solution, the sum must be correct. I mean, it kind of suggests that that's putting all of the statues in that alcove, right? Am I right? Was that not the puzzle? Did I just pay out prematurely? I don't know. Beans. Okay. Okay, let's see. 144. Yeah, because this plaque is on this wall here, which is leading into that little alcove back there. And that suggests that that's a hint to that alcove. So I don't... Okay, so, you know, those statues, it was weird that I was able to place them on the pedestal, and it acted like they were the right thing to do, because I was always under the impression since the beginning of this game that these would be what we would place on those pedestals, or whatever at the time. We were supposed to use these to unlock King Richard from his little shielded thing to keep him from dying from poison. So I'm guessing I did the right thing, but at least I have plenty of saves. So if I end up realizing I screwed up somehow, then I can always come back to it. Anyway, so we'll just keep going north. We'll clear out that little pathway up there. Spike trap. Hints are off, so I'm not saying nothing. Fair enough. We'll see. Now I'm determined. That prediction has me determined to finish this. Oh, there's a switch. It opens the door behind me. Okay. And that doesn't look like it can be into a very large area because there's not a whole lot of map area to be had there. There's a door.
Ring-a-ding-ding, baby.
Ring-a-ding-ding. How you doing there, Epic? It's a chest. Hey, you know what? I've never seen one of those chests from the side. That's actually a really narrow chest. Oh, that was easy. Ginseng. I haven't picked up any of this in a long time. Helm Talamar. Doesn't do me any good. Definitely doesn't do me any good. Doesn't do me any good there either. Well, it'll be useful to throw at something.
Empty.
Are you winning? That's a common phrase this morning. So far, yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm making progress. If that's winning, I'll take it. I feel like I'm doing pretty good, but now I'm actually a little concerned that I managed to screw up somehow and give up some items that I probably shouldn't have. I'll blame Gregor for it when it happens. Uh-oh. Hello. Wait, what? Well, that was some crap. Okay, well, at least I managed to recover from that pretty easy. Always good to blame someone else. Well, he was the one who... He convinced me to set up a prediction. And, because he challenged me as to whether or not I could get through this really tricky puzzle. I assumed when he said that it was at the puzzle, I assumed that was the puzzle he was referring to. So now but now I don't know if I did the right thing because, well, I don't know. I'm not getting exact answers on that. We'll see. I don't see any switches here. Is there a secret wall I missed? Yeah, I gotta go down and to the right. And that's back into that area where the switch was. That's the switch that opened that wall. Let's see. No. I'm just thankful it's not a bunch of enemies up here. It's the combat in this is kind of cool, but it can be kind of tedious at times. I think I'm having more fun exploring the area than anything else. Let's see, what's the map say? Looks like we're coming back into an area we've already explored, and then we can keep going down. And I'm pretty sure I have the keys that I need in order to get through this door now. And that, I'm assuming, is going to lead into this area where we can clear it out. So after we cover this, we'll go over here, cover that, we'll go down here and cover this, and then we'll swing around and get to that door. The emotionless face of a man having fun. Is this good enough? Did you figure out the riddle? Are you talking about the one where you find the fourth statue and get locked into that little bitty hallway? Is that the riddle you were referring to, Gregor? That just before you go into it, it says the sum must be correct? Okay. Yep, I solved it. I threw all 4 of the statues into the alcove, flipped both switches, and the door opened. Took all my statues. Now, I don't know if that was the actual solution or an alternative solution that'll soft lock me when I get to Richard or not. Well, that's wrong. Son of a gun! Are you kidding me? Okay. So I'm wasting my time here. The sum must be correct. No, I don't. No, I don't, Gregor. You can't defeat me on this one. I won't let you. I've paid out. I have to win now. That's all right. We ain't done yet. Okay, so I'm going to flip this switch. And this will initiate the puzzle. Right? So there's the 4th statue. I won't let you win, Gregor. I can't let you win. I just can't do it. Especially now that I paid it out. Yeah, I mean, initiating the puzzle, I figured that part out. I feel confident that I did the right thing there. Now, I figured out the mechanic of it. The question is, does it matter what I sacrifice? Actually, I do need that. Does it matter what I sacrifice? Because I think it's a sacrificial thing. So let's throw that in there. It doesn't seem to have any use for me anymore. There. Did that win? I just threw a useless item in there, sacrificed it, something I don't need, and I have all 4 of these statues now. Okay. I mean, I was on the right path. I just wasn't sure if that was the right items, and I felt really skeptical. So the points remain a win. I figured out the purpose of the puzzle. Do I owe the ones who said no some points? Because you had to go back and correct yourself? I don't know. Does it? I mean, the real challenge here was figuring out the actual puzzle. I figured out the puzzle, but the problem was that it gives you no feedback to tell you if it was correct. In fact, it even misleads you. I tell you what. Well, I didn't brute force it. I actually didn't brute force it because what happened was I had figured out it was a sacrificial alcove. I just didn't know what it was wanting because it really gives you no clue at all. Like it's nothing but brute forcing to guess what it is because the only clue you had was the sum must be correct. Sum of what? It's like asking what x is and not even bothering to put an x plus y. I mean, like what sum? What am I... About the niche. You missed something you did before already. I did. What did I miss? Okay, tell you what. Help me understand. There is a prediction up there. If you want to get some points back for those who I may not have given you all fair shake on this one because this is kind of a dumb puzzle. I mean, it's a cool puzzle, but it's a dumb puzzle because any puzzle that gives you 0 feedback for whether or not you did something right is likely not going to work well. I could get all the way to the end hours later and have no idea that I did something wrong. This is a Sierra-style puzzle. This is something that Sierra would absolutely do, but instead they would put it at the very beginning of the game where you would never be able to get back to it, and you would have to start all over again. Open the map and think outside the box. Okay, so are you referring to here? Right? This is where that alcove was, that little niche right here. So there were 2 switches. 1 statue was already on that niche. When I flip both buttons, it opens the niche. You step back to get the item out of the niche, and the door behind you closes, or the wall disappears. One of the two, or not disappears, but appears. Try to recognize something there. Oh my God! 1 + 1 = 2. Are you kidding me? 1 + 1 = 2. That's creative. I can't believe I never saw that. I can't believe I never saw that. Oh, wow. Good game, map designer. The 2 was a 3 before you pushed 2 buttons. You're right. It was. Wow. Wow. Okay. So it did. It gave you then 1 + 1 = 2, then it opens the door to the last statue. This game just became epic. That was impressive. I mean, I've got no words. That was that other than it's just that was an amazing puzzle. But it still didn't really give you any true feedback. You had to know where to look, or you had to really get lucky. And this isn't totally unusual. I mean, even Doom has a level where it's somebody's hand. Like, literally, they just drew somebody's hand and then made a level out of it. Most people never see this. It's funny as you had the same way as Rig and others. So, in a sense, I did kind of brute force it, but not so much. It still doesn't tell you what item to put in there. So, I still feel like I solved that puzzle on my own, because I didn't really have any hints. And brute forcing a puzzle does count as solving it on your own. 50% luck, 50% skill. I'll at least accept that. I'd say more like 70%, 75% skill, because I figured out what the niche was without any other clue other than the phrase, the sum must be correct. Because it still doesn't tell you what to put in there. It gives you a statue. I could leave the statue in there and push the buttons, and it likely would have just opened the wall again and ate the one item that I needed in order to complete the game. So, I don't know. I'm still on the fence as to say this is a good puzzle. It's a cool puzzle. It's really, really cool. Hey, Nuke, how you doing? And 100% reasons to remember the name. Yeah. Very cool, though. Let me repeat. You wouldn't have gotten into the room if you hadn't done 3 to 2. Well, I did that. And I didn't brute force that. I was just doing my normal exploration. So I'm hard pressed to say I didn't solve the puzzle. I can't accept that, because I did. I solved that pretty much on my own. It's a puzzle that's cool on paper and in the mind of the developer. And it's cool once you understand what they were trying to do. But man, it's subtle. Yeah, I still feel like I was the one who was responsible for that solution. I did this. So maybe I'm being stubborn, but I still feel like I did that on my own. I don't know what I need this ginseng for, but whatever. Talamar Helm. Use that to beat on something, I don't know.
Empty.
No! You son of a gun. That doesn't do any good. I need to throw weapons at him. Oh! Oops. Okay. Feels great to be able to point the map thing out. Thanks. No, that was... I mean, that's awesome because I never saw that in the map. And how many times I open the map up and look, I should pay more attention to what is on... You know, what shows up, because they do... That's really not uncommon in games from this era. They will... Very frequently, they will put little details like that. Even if it's not immediately visible, maybe there's no overhead map, but they'll do stuff like that as sort of a little inside joke. But that's just awesome. 1 + 1 = 2. Wow. Now I need to go back and look at the VOD and look at it what it was before I started that puzzle. In fact, you know what? Just for fun, hang on a second. Let's save this here. 1, 4, 6. And I'm going to let them rest, and I'll save again. And then we're going to load just before I go into that room and look at the map and see what it looked like. Do it! iFixit actually honors their lifetime warranty. Just got a replacement bit, and they even put little gummy bear baggie in the package. What kind of gummies are they? Nope. Hang on a second. Need to save. Okay, we're gonna load. I think it was 143. That is really cool, Epic. Okay, here we are. This is before we trigger the normal hair boost. This is before I trigger it. I haven't triggered it yet. It says 1 + 1 = 2. Now, if I trigger it... I'm already in the room. So I have to be out of the room. So how about 142? I'm not in the room. I haven't even opened that up yet. It says 1 + 1 = 2. No sugar-free gummies. At this point, but I haven't solved it yet. I haven't solved it at this point in the save. See, I hadn't even explored this area. But that's still cool. Now, I flipped this switch here. Well, I flipped 2 switches here. That's what it is. I triggered these already because I had to throw something at this switch over the pit because I didn't know how to get this pit to go away. But there were 2 buttons here. And I flipped those switches and it opened up 2 okay, so this would have said 3 prior to that. That's where it's... Okay, so I need to go back even further. But I don't know how much of it... I'm not going to re-explore areas just so I can see this, but I will sneeze first. Almost. But you can see the 3 almost there. You know what? That's close enough. There's the pit. Okay, now then. There it is. 1 + 1 = 3. It's this switch and then the switch on the other side that pushes this wall forward. That's what turns it into a 2. That's cool. All right. That's the thing right there. But I don't think I ever opened the map and looked at it at that point. Because, I mean, you'd have to look at the map at right time. And that's part of the thing that makes it not a great puzzle. Like somebody said, it's great on paper, great in the minds of the developer or the designer, but not necessarily a great thing, just cool. It's too easy to explore your way past it before you realize what it says. Yeah, I'm going to argue I did that puzzle on my own. I'm going to keep arguing it. Okay. Halberd Death's Hand. Ooh, nice. Do I need these emerald swords now? I don't understand. I forget if that's actually useful to me or not. I'm going to hang on to that, though. I don't really need this. It just lowers my... Emerald swords are only useful for hitting ghosts. Oh, really? Okay. This puzzle would have been a nightmare without the auto map. It really would have been. I mean, because without the auto map, you would have had to have manually drawn it out. And you would have also had to have gone back and cleared areas to make sure that you could see all of that. And you wouldn't have done it. You might have been more likely to notice it. I'm going to turn back and I think it was up here. But you're right. That was a cool feature. I'll give it that. And it's a nifty puzzle. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't Gabriel Knight difficulty. But they've already introduced sacrificial niches in this a couple of times already, so it was something that was already in mind. It's figuring out how they wanted you to do it. And then not telling you when you did it right. Just giving you credit for things when you did it wrong too. And that makes it almost impossible to know. At least this is not Gabriel Knight. I mean, that game is driving me absolutely bonkers. I think it's down that hall. Oh, there's a mystic butt. Coffee's trying to play with, or trying to give him something to do to play with him. Am not? Oh, well, he thinks you are. Oh, Coffee was going to the front door, and he gets really excited when anybody goes outside, so he wants to go lay in on the threshold of the front door. And of course, that means he does it before you can get out the door, and he gets in the way. And you either have to step over him, or he gets rolled out into the porch. Silly cat. I'm hearing something, and it's straight ahead, I think. There is no directional audio in 1993 games, you know? But I'm assuming it's straight ahead because... Epic fart. A Gregor fart. Oh, yikes. Well, that sucked. So it looks like I have to run down that hallway and get splattered by acid. So I'm going to save it first. I never had it actually eat my armor from these acid blasts like that, but I don't trust it. It might happen. No, stepping here stopped it. So I guess maybe... get splattered by ass. So what's the point of this hallway? It won't cast when you get right up on top of the cannon. So there's that. Damn, that was close. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Look at this. Another puzzle, huh?
Leave weapons here. Leave armor here.
Son of a bitch. I should have kept that helm, shouldn't I? Here. Does it matter how much weapons? Here, take this. Eh. Okay, that's what I was thinking. That was my guess. That was something that they did in Eye of the Beholder as well. There's a point where you have to leave some equipment, and you don't necessarily in Ultima Underworld, if I'm not mistaken, you don't necessarily have to leave all of it.
Leave medicines here. Leave jewelry here.
Does the diamond count as jewelry? Does this count as jewelry? Otherwise, I can drop a ring. I mean, like, his ring doesn't really mean much. Nope. Okay, so... there you go. I heard a door open. There it is. And I can pick my shit back up, right? Let's see. Hi, Mystic. Hi, buddy. What you doing, huh? What you doing? Are you gonna create trouble? Are you gonna get in the way? Do you want your butt on camera? Is that what it is? No, you can't. Why do you want to play with the pen? Do you want red lipstick? Is that what it is? Here, I'll draw on your face. We'll just draw a little red lipstick on you. Does that sound good? He says, yes, give me red lipstick. Okay. You're so cute. Don't hurt yourself.
Oh, the acid burned my armor.
He says, I'll take that. Give it to me. No. Yeah. You're so funny. You're so cute. You know that? You're so adorable. He says, I play with this now. It's mine. It's mine. Give it to me. Give it to me. But I don't want you to take the top off. You make a mess. You might get yourself all covered up in red permanent marker. You'll be red for the next 12 years. You're so cute. But this is Mystic. He's a sweet boy, aren't you? Huh? Yeah? Are you a sweet boy? Am I pretty now, Father? He's such a nut. All right. Let's see. What was I doing? Saving. Yeah, select a slot to save. Now then, let's pick up his stuff. Honestly, don't really need the ginseng. I feel like I probably don't even need... probably don't even need some of these weapons either. I'll just leave that there. Okay. And then back, and I think we have both keys for this door. At least I feel like we have both keys for this door. Is this it? I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure which key is which, but we'll try them.
The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit.
That key fit.
The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit.
Oh, man, I'm missing a key somewhere. Okay. So the left-hand lock is the one we're looking for a key to. That means that somewhere there is an area that I need to get a key. I'm assuming it's on this level. They have a tendency to keep all quest items on the same level, at least more often than not. I can't think of a time where they have... Yeah, there probably is quite a few, actually. I just don't remember them. Now there... Wait a minute. There is this alcove here. Or that little niche there. I don't think I ever got that. I wonder if that's where the other key is. So we'll go down there and check it out. No. So I haven't figured that out either. A few of the puzzles in Castle Samaria are multi-level. Yeah. So I could be missing a key from another level. Let's overwrite this for now. Where does this drop me? There. If I'm really honest, there's likely some stuff up here I have not opened up. Possibly even a little bit of map down here. Maybe even a room here. There's enough space there they could easily add stuff. The tiny skulls on this wall are weird. They all are, and I don't understand them. Suck it, rolling eyeball. These are the guys that'll burn your acid. It'll burn your ass, burn your armor is what I'm trying to say. I'm just curious. I'm not really sure if what I'm looking for now. Or where I need to go and get it.
Have the acid burn my armor.
The armor burned my ass. Let's see. We can go back up there. I don't think I actually opened that chest up. Let's make sure. Actually, no, I take that back. I might have. That was one chest I think needed a key to be opened. And I don't remember if I managed...
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
That was Dave Grohl that was in that segment, wasn't it? The cowbell segment? Dave Grohl was one that was doing the triangle. I'm trying to remember precisely. I saw an interview with Christopher Walken not long ago, and not Christopher Walken, but with Dave Grohl talking about Christopher Walken introducing him on Saturday Night Live, and he says, and he does a great Christopher Walken impression. Oh my God, he sounds just like him. And he said when he first met Christopher Walken, he come up to him and he says, "How do you say, or where do you put the accent on Foo Fighters? Is it on Foo or is it on Fighters?" And he says. It's on Fighters, actually. And then he said after Christopher Walken walked away, he's like, yeah, we don't really put an accent on either one of them. He says, but he knew exactly how Christopher Walken talks, and he wanted to hear him say it. So when he introduced him, he goes, Foo Fighters. Introducing Foo Fighters. Okay. I'm going to try and see if I can figure out that upper hallway. If maybe there's an entrance. Maybe there's a key that I'm looking for. You just have to put in a random pause, then emphasize the next syllable. Exactly! I mean, he knew exactly what he was doing. It's the Foo Fighters. Yeah. Join me in welcoming Foo Fighters. Okay, we did not unlock this yet.
The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit.
So I haven't even got the key for this chest yet. Gotta have that pause in there. Foo Fighters. Yeah. I think the key doesn't fit. And she was very disappointed. And this isn't saying I can't pick the lock. It's saying your skill is so freaking low, you're not gonna be able to pick the lock. You're the only one that remembers that damn Die Hard game. Yes, no, you're not. You got the necklace and the axe. The Ass Master? The what? Oh, I do have the necklace. Here. Jade necklace. And the Ass Master? Where's the Ass Master? Not halberd. I got rid of an axe somewhere. Oh, here it is. That's a halberd. Widow. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what the bezel ring does. I guess health, maybe? I'm pretty sure I did too. I guess no Ass Master for me. Immune to sleep. That's what it does. Okay. Yeah, that's another one of those things. It'd be great if it was really obvious. Incoming ads for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now. I have no idea what that does, by the way. Oh, hello.
A piece of coal broke off.
So that didn't do anything. I don't really understand... Oh, wait a minute. I think that was where one of the statues was. Oh, okay,
It doesn't
yeah.
appear as any more coal can be broken off.
Should probably heal before I end up dying. Ouch. How rude. You know what? I'm here. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Son of a bitch. I think I'm going the right way now. Nope. That's kind of sucking. Okay, I'm gonna see about
Can I
some.
come too?
Tis a ray of hope.
I have come.
We must direct the light.
We must direct the light.
Oh. A breakthrough.
Oh, that one worked there. I thought I tried that one already. Okay.
The light follows its path.
Ah, a pattern is developing.
Light brightens the day.
Outstanding. I think we've got it.
By George, I think we've got it.
Darkness cannot stand the light.
I knew we could do it.
I mean, I'm down here. I might as well.
Brilliant. The shroud is restored.
Quickly, we must heal Richard.
Each key must be returned to its proper location.
Win 3.1, yes.
We must find a way to free the king. We must find a way to free the king.
I'm going to let these ads are rolling through. I'm going to stop because I don't know. I don't want people to get screwed up. That look at Biddo's face. What did I do? You don't remember how the shroud looked. I do remember how it looked. I remember it looking blue. At this point, I'm trying to figure out how to activate this because my understanding... Dawn's key, Nathaniel's key, Garen's key, Paulson's key. Dabadi. Oh, yeah. I'll wait until these ads roll through because we've got a couple more minutes left for ads. I don't want people to miss out on this, and they're probably watching. It's like, Biddo's going to solve it. I'm not going to know what happened. Yes, more ads. A real pain in the ads. Anyway, yeah. Let's see. So I'm really excited. I cannot wait to play this next game. I want to get into it. More ads. Is Gregor, tell me, I can't
69.
remember.
Nice.
I saw Rig was streaming earlier. Is he still going? I have 69. Nice. I'll take it. He is. Okay. I couldn't remember. Is he normally streaming on Fridays, or did he stream and pick a different day this week to do an extra stream on? I just didn't remember seeing him on Fridays. Of course, I stream on Fridays, so I don't really know. And he's still playing this terrible game, Shannara, yeah. Makeup stream. That's what it was. I thought so. Yep. Rig's doing a makeup stream. I tried to put makeup on the cat, but he didn't like it. Oh, he was sick yesterday. He had a horrible headache yesterday, so he pushed the stream today. I had a horrible headache yesterday, too. It was called work. I keep asking about Rogue and Eyeliner. Yeah. Rouge and Eyeliner, excuse me. Rig was playing Shannara and complaining. I don't blame him. I was kind of watching it going, you know what? This looks like something I might play because it looks like it was more of a point-and-click adventure. And he's not much on point-and-clicks. I was going to say, I bet you did, Gregor. You popped into the stream last night and you're like, I'm drunk. I'm like, dude. Shannara is one of those young adult fantasy series
Hole for that cog.
that really doesn't translate into other media. You have somehow figure out how to pay out the prediction. Oh, I forgot about that. We'll do that real quick.
It doesn't appear as any more coal can be broken off.
Will I pay? Oh, God. Who ends up getting screwed over? It looks like 80% of the predictions were on what? I want to make sure people get as many points as possible because why not? So if you chose yes, I'm sorry. Free points. 3 points to those who chose what? Also known as...
What?
Let's see.
What the hell is even that?
Yeah. So 11,668 points go to an off day and 2 others. You'll split those across the board. All right, ads are over. We're going to see if we can figure this part out. How they were.
It fits.
What?
Now, the real question is, am I able to heal him or is he going to die? Actually, I can heal him. I've got the elixir.
Let us supply the elixir now.
Elvni, Worven, Talamari, Konax, Ver...
Elven Calamari. Ray, good morning.
I can tell by the foul stench that I must be in Cimmeria.
Yes, my liege.
It appears that I owe you all a debt of gratitude, but it must wait. What of Scotia? Has she been vanquished?
Scotia is said to be in the castle, but how shall we defeat her? She has changed form to thwart us on many occasions.
Take this ring, the Shard of Truth. Legend says that only truth can reveal the nether mask and foil the hag. I am too weak to join your group. I would merely slow you down.
Your Highness, how shall you defend yourself?
If you could spare a weapon, I would be grateful.
Of course I could spare a weapon. How about...
Thank you, Conrad. You are a noble subject.
Scotia went to Nova. Is that all I need to give him here? He doesn't want that. He doesn't want that. You want a diamond, King? Here, have a hand. That's it. I figured as much. I mean, he wasn't asking for anything else. So if I go back here, is it still King Richard? No, he's gone. Okay. The hand. Here, have a hand. Now, hopefully, because this game likes to do this to you sometimes, hopefully I didn't do something out of order and screw things up. We're getting near the end now. Yeah, oh, I need to do that ring thing. So, apparently that is what, I guess, reveals Scotia. So I gotta go back upstairs. Okay, so I gotta go back to this room here, which teleports me here, and then I can go up to the 3rd level. Tried to get him Dawn, but he didn't want any hints when he could get her. Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm doing my best here. I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Want to save Dawn or not? Oh, not gonna make a point of it, no. I mean, I could, but I might stumble on her on my own. I haven't found her yet. But like I said, I feel like there's probably something in the map here that I have yet to uncover, possibly in this area, and maybe even here. There's a couple of other small areas I could have. I was like, so hey, would you like to know if you're about to miss something extremely important? Be careful. I love you. You have a good time. Try to, anyway. She's in Castle 1, not 2. And no, this is the whole map. In other words, the princess is in another castle. When did this become Mario? You two? This is King Luigi. I mean, right? That's a heal. Oh, you know what? Let's just snooze. Alright. We'll save. We'll just overwrite this one here for now. And now with this ring deal, I never did find another key. Can we play as Bowser next time, right? Wait, did I miss? I think I'm missing something. I hope you bring lots of spaghetti. But it's Pizza Friday. We just need Bennis to tell us as much. Okay, we've opened that one. I still don't have this key. At least I don't think so.
The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't the key doesn't fit. There's no way to pick this lock.
I guess Dawn's just gonna stay and suffocate in her bubble this playthrough. Possibly. Yeah. Master Gregor's like, oh, he's missing something. What's he missing? I haven't figured this one out. Yes, I still need one key. I don't know where that key is. I don't even have a clue as to where to begin to look. I have been there, obviously. Map, please. There you go. Very clearly, I need to get into this area, but I have not done so yet. The key. The K doesn't fit.
I have done it! I go again!
That was such a fun game. Dragon Sphere was awesome. What key lurks in the heart of Castle Level 3? The Shadow knows. If I remember correctly, it should be on the east side. Oh, that takes me down into the...
This is a castle, and we have many tapestries. This is a castle, and we have many tapestries.
Isn't it top middle with the two switches? Let's see. You mean here? Could be. I didn't quite figure that one out. I thought I did, because I thought it was just a trick. So let's see. Actually, I should have guessed, or should have taken better care to look. So we need to go down, turn right, turn left immediately, turn right immediately. I think that's right. Yeah. So
Magic is impressive.
it triggers
But
these
now,
two.
Minsk leads. Swords for everyone.
Now this by itself could be a puzzle in the sense that it closes both walls around you, leaves two switches there. I just noticed it looks like it actually shows you if the button has been pressed or not. If I'm right, that one has not been.
Moo.
Hey, Dark Mex. Dark Mex, I don't know if you noticed it or not, or if you had already thanked him, but congratulations on your gift sub from Pi. Okay, it does not indicate it. Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't. It doesn't. It's just the way it's drawn, vertically versus horizontally. So, probably the way the.
Yeehaw! Slap my sister and call me Billy Bob.
I will say one of the games that I seriously considered playing, and I may still do it if you guys would rather something a little less chaotic and exciting, but still fun nonetheless. I seriously considered Redneck Rampage as the next game. But he's not in chat. Yeah, he might have stepped away. Oh, I haven't opened this yet.
The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit. The key doesn't fit.
There we go. That's the one. That's the one.
Empty.
Okay, so I did find another key. I needed a key to get another key, so we'll go back around. God, I guess it doesn't really matter which way I go. They're both just as stupid of a route. shit. Where do I go? Straight and to the right. I don't think that's what I wanted to do. So wait, what does that do? Should I put something on it? Okay, I think... yeah. This way. Why bite the sheer excitement of multiple different colored tiles is almost as impressive as the legendary game Loom. It's still not open, but I did find another key. I got another key, Gregor. That was it. That was it. That was the key. I did find it. Kind of based on hints you guys gave me. It was near that button. It was the chest next to it. In case I get one of those toad guys, get my freeze going. Oh, there's a switch there. Uh-huh. You still not know about the whole truth? What the hell are you talking about? The whole truth what? I'm just playing a game and exploring and pushing buttons and getting lucky. That's pretty much all it is. I mean, I read the manual in the game box because I have the game, but read the whole manual. So I know the story. I understand like what happened as far as how the mask and all that was obtained and all of that. Cobb is on cooldown. Yeah. And now we prepare for ass kicking, receiving, obviously. Are you sure? Is Scotia really that badass? Perhaps I'm really badass. Actually, I'm not, but you know. Pretend I am. I need the ego boost. I didn't find the Westwood stick. So you will merely toasty. 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 Uh-oh.
So, you worthless dogs have come to your death.
It's you who will breathe your last, Scotia.
Ha! You brought my ruby and it shard to me. That fool Richard actually believes the old tale that they may defeat my nether mask. It is folly. They shall give me even more power.
Oops. Defeat her with the sword of justice. Ouch.
Oh, I feel dizzy.
I don't think I'm gonna win this fight.
It didn't do anything.
It didn't do anything. Of course it didn't. I don't know what this is doing or if it even matters. But I'll keep casting it until the Death Wand is gone.
It didn't do anything.
Have the acid burn my armor.
Oh, son of a gun.
Have the acid burn my armor.
I'm not even reading chat, so I'm sorry. I'm probably screwing something up, and you're all like going, "You're doing this so wrong! Why are you not doing it the right way?" And I have no idea if you're saying anything. Use the guard. What guardians are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. Use the forks. Use the forks, Bitto! What forks? I have no forks. I'm throwing whatever I can. Die, Scotia, you slime ball. I'm dead, you know that, right? There's no way I'm gonna win this now.
You're dead.
Okay. Hey, Echo, ducked out for a nap. You come back at the end.
He's dead, Jim.
By the power of Bald Skull. I'm still not going to be... Is he going to be mad? Why am I going to be mad? I know it's funny to watch him struggle. Oh, Jesus. You know, it didn't even occur to me. Okay, where is that? Oh, I appreciate that, Echo. Thank you. You came back at the right time. Here's Scotia. I'll just go ahead and save it here. Just so I don't have to run back. 153. Blah, 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 you crazy old hag. This was my first.
It is you who will breathe your last.
This is my second now.
You brought my ruby and its shard to me. That fool Richard actually believes the old tale that they may defeat my nether mask. It is folly. They shall give me even more power.
More power. I just bitch slapped her. Death counter 1, there you go. She speaks like Obi-Wan, yeah. Bitch slapper. Do you really think having skeletal hands tickle her is the best way to defeat her? I mean, you know, whatever. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I don't know if that's even doing anything to her.
I don't have enough men.
Okay, one small thing. Scotia takes no damage while transforming. So wasting my time while she's transforming. Okay. Come back, Conrad. Alright, alright, alright. So I'm guessing each time you get to a certain stage in her damage on her, she changes form? This was the form that I died on last.
Hello, I am your host, Bitterman. Welcome to Bitto Beats FM.
That doesn't do any good. I don't feel like I'm doing much. One thing that has made it easier is that she didn't burn Bakata's armor off, so I can tank her a lot easier. Bakata's not dropping quite as fast as he was before.
Squeaky wheel gets the kick.
There's got to be an easier way to defeat her, and I just hadn't figured it out yet because I'm so focused on just throwing shit at her. Hey, Abstractism, welcome back. Is this the cheese? I don't know. I mean, am I doing something wrong? I have no idea. I don't know if that's doing any good. I don't know what that does.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Want some rye? Of course you do.
Die, Scotia. I don't know how I picked up the Emerald Sword. I have no idea. It's like, it's under me and I can't even see it, and I just randomly picked it up. Can I just chop her limbs off, for God's sakes? This game is ass. From the 7th Bore to the 11th Asses of Hell. The health bar for the boss would be nice, right? I think the health bar is the transformations. That didn't seem to do anything.
It didn't do anything.
Like, am I even close, you know? Sips coffee and waits. Phalanges, you know something I don't you? Damn it. Merry Christmas, everyone. Call in late on Sunday night. Yeah, I'm not going to make it yet. I'm killing Scotia. Sorry. I feel like I'm wasting my time. Because I have no idea if I'm actually affecting her in any way, shape, or form right now. What? Maybe. Thanks a lot, Gregor. I've gone this far. I'll let her kill me again. If I suddenly get lucky with 1 hit point and 1 person alive, then okay, I'll call that a win. Such confidence. Thanks, chat. Jeez. Whoever... Thanks, Florida. Oh my god. I don't even feel like I could concentrate and do better than this. I don't really know what it is. Okay. I ain't even gotten to the 2. What? What? You're kidding me.
He's dead, Jim.
I think Scotia is more beautiful in this form than in her human form. I mean, well, yeah, she's pretty hideous. Okay. So we get full health, full everything. How about... Thanks, Gregor. Thanks, man. Thanks. No hints. That's Amber Ring. Oh, that just adds protection. I need the Nova weapons? What the hell are the Nova weapons? Are you saying I'm wasting my time here? You're kidding, you have no clue. I mean, I'm going to explore a little bit. We'll see. I'm explore some. Four skulls and 8 rocks. Damn, I only ever found 7 throughout the entire game. Can't go through that door. I bet I can go through that door after I defeat Scotia, huh? I just need to Scotia more weapons. Interesting. It doesn't even identify that as a door. Oh, it does. That's the door we came in. Never mind. Wait. You can't tell me the whole truth. You can't handle the truth. Wait. That's your line.
Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up.
I feel like I'm about to run into the area that I've already been in before.
Let me explain.
Nope.
No, there is too much. Let me sum up.
I'm just going under the premise that I don't have everything I need, so I'm going to see if I can find something else. Either it gives me a clue as to what to do, or is a straight up banger for a weapon. I don't know what it is that I'm looking for, though. Or if it even exists. You can't handle the goof. Okay. Can't handle the floof either. So there's literally nothing here that will benefit me directly. All right, Gregor. What am I doing wrong? So I already understand that when she's transforming, I can't do damage to her. It's just wasting my magic and time. Kids, you solve this puzzle purely by accident through obsessive inventory management. You get all the items you need, you just need the whole truth. So you're saying this is a shard of truth, but it's not the whole truth. Hate this damn game. Hate it. Racer's Defense, Kite Shield, Dwarvish Plate Mail, Helm, Penis taken, Jade, Dwarvish. Ruby of Truth. Ah, the whole truth. You cannot equip this item. It was kind of icky. Wash your hands. Once you've had the truth, you need to wash your hands. You don't want to get it on anybody. All right, let's save this. I haven't the slightest idea what I'm supposed to do with this now. I'm going to be really blunt and honest with you. I haven't the slightest frickin' idea. I think you just have to slap Jack Nicholson or something, even if he claims you can't handle the truth. You were fine with fetch quests, the terrible inventory, the bad exposition, but that crap? Booby of truth. You know what? I'm going to overwrite this. I don't want to have to reorganize my inventory. Okay.
So, you worthless dogs have come to your deaths.
It is you who will breathe your last, Scotia.
Ha!
Go right
You
ahead,
brought
Abstractism.
my ruby and it shard to me.
You try turning it on and off again, yeah.
Fool Richard actually believes the old tale that they may defeat my nether mask. It is folly. They shall give me even more power.
More power.
Look at the size of those knockers.
I don't have enough magic. Past, I don't have enough magic.
She sure is the screaming bitch, isn't she?
I don't have enough magic.
A piece of core broke off.
That looks like a fatal blow.
Fool! My death will not save you from our wrath!
It's Edge of Vigilante. This is a good game. It really is. The ending's a bit tedious. But this has been a fantastic game that I have enjoyed thoroughly.
Congratulations, Conrad. You have served me well.
Bad timing.
Adventure with an interface of magic.
Greatest
Stunning high-resolution 3D landscapes.
A luckier
sophisticated
adventurer
score and
Gladstone
musical
never saw.
Not to
It has
mention
been
the
a
detailed
pleasure
animation
serving
and
with you.
special effects. Elegant point in click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Wait. Looks like Spider-Man. She looks like Spider-Man. Or no, that's the Drek or whatever thingy. Oracle. The Oracle thing. Draracle, yeah. The ending fight. Is there ever a good timing for those long sound commands? Sometimes. No, it was Nuke. How's it going, Nuke? It's good to see you. Oh man, with that music all at the same time. No, I enjoyed this game tremendously. This was, overall, as a whole, this game was good. It was very good. Waiting for your chance.
Hello, I am your host, Bitterman. Welcome to Fiddle Beats FM.
That's a lot of sound.
Want some rye?
Of course you do. I did, Hellgraph, I did. Okay, go right ahead.
Tier 10 fun game now.
Ah, Gregor, I get it now.
Hot wizards in your area.
That's a lot of dancing.
I just want sex. See my orb.
Click here.
Tier 200 GGGGGGG lem 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 GGGGGGGGGGG lem 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 GGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGGG
Thank you so much for the 10 bits, Phalanges. Thank you for the 200 bits, Pie. Almost Duke levels of chaos. That was good. Richard, ruler of Gladstone. Patrick Stewart. David Cousins. Why do I know that name? Need to extend bit donation message by about 10 minutes.
Yeehaw! Slap my sister and call me Billy Bob.
Robert Odell. Oh, you mean reduce, yeah. Mathpaja, chieftain of the Gorka, T-Bird. Whoever that is, T-Bird was the voice.
Come.
David Gee and Robert Odell had plenty of...
70 bits. Oh, boy.
Now I can play your Doom map.
You're a power player. Glad I was able to attend this ride with you. I still love this game. A WinRAR is you. Lol.
I am the hero of the realm. You love the wide Duke AI list, yeah. Speaking of WinRAR, anyone else here that native WinRAR and native RAR and zip support are coming to Windows? Yes, I did. Windows 11. Holy jeez, that chin. I mean, Jay Leno would be impressed. On a serious note, you should check out the 30-year anniversary My House Doom map. Yeah, for extraction. So I guess that's it, huh? It's epic. Of course it is. He just said for extraction. Yeah.
Fool!
Wait, no, you're gonna make.
My death will
No!
not save you from our wrath.
Wait, you're not gonna repeat the whole credits again just because I clicked, are you? No! I don't want to go. How the hell do you get out of this?
Congratulations, Conrad. You have served me well. We will remember you as our greatest champion.
I know, but how do you
Your
exit?
adventure Gladstone never saw.
It has been a pleasure.
I mean, Alt
serving
F4
with
will
you.
work.
We got a fire on our hands.
There we go. Alt fucking 4.